This, as you should know by now, is Dark Sunset Manor. It's an assisted living facility, and a multitude of unusual people who need assistance have moved in and are dealing with a number of crises. There's a coffin in the cellar. There's been a murder. There are suspects everywhere. Yes, at Dark Sunset Manor, there's never a dull moment. And such is the case in a room where, a taser-wielding nurse has been backed into a corner. Said nurse is Nellie Vauban, who has been summoned to the residence of Octavia Merriweather under false pretenses because it appears as if she has incriminating evidence against Nellie Vauban. And now it would appear as if Nellie Vauban is going to use her taser on Octavia. And in another part of Dark Sunset Manor, front desk attendant Andrew Hausman has decided to visit the residence of Hilda Schroeder to tell her exactly what he found in the cellar. And gaining ingress to Dark Sunset Manor via a side entrance is a man identified only as Chris so far. He is heading to his aunt's residence. Her name is Hilda Schroeder. And as he trods through the memory care section, he hears a heated and muffled argument and stops to listen.
That doesn't even look like me in that picture. Please delete it. Absolutely not. Give me your phone right now. No, I won't. Ms. Merriweather, you leave me no choice but to use the only weapon I have at my disposal.
Having realized that he's heard enough, Chris flings open the door and sees Nurse Nellie Vauban and Octavia Merriweather. And Nurse Nellie Vauban has the cell phone, and it looks like she's deleting a photograph. Rob McCool here, the all-knowing owner of Dark Sunset Manor, and I'm here to let you know that looks can be deceiving. Yes, it does appear as if Nurse Kelly Vauban is deleting a photograph from Octavia Merriweather's phone, but let's look at the situation again. Keep in mind that Octavia Merriweather resides in memory care, and Nurse Nellie Vauban plans to use this fact as she weaves a web not only for the man named Chris, but also for Octavia Merriweather. I tell you, Ms. Merriweather, that is not me in that picture. I say it is. And when I show the authorities this picture, I have a feeling you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And Nurse Kelly Vauban is 100% correct. This is actually a photograph of Octavia Merriweather's niece and Octavia Merriweather's dying husband. I must keep my job. I can't get fired again, and that doesn't even look like me in that picture. Please delete it. So, in actuality, what Chris was witnessing was Nurse Kelly Vauban deleting a photograph that was upsetting this memory care patient, Octavia Merriweather, referring to this method as the only weapon at her disposal. And she also expressed concerns about her job, but it had nothing to do with that photograph. And at the residence of Hilda Schroeder, Andrew reveals that he wasn't telling the truth before. So, front desk attendant Andrew Hausman, you're saying that you did actually find something in the cellar. What was it that you found? You're right, Ms. Schroeder. I didn't want to upset you, but in actuality, what I found in that secret room in the cellar was a coffin, and inside the coffin was this scrap of material. And as front desk attendant Andrew Hausman shows that swatch of material to Hilda Schroeder under her lamp, the electricity flicks off, a problem that can be traced to a hitherto unmentioned area of Dark Sunset Manor. Where there is an ancient malfunctioning fuse box. And meanwhile, front desk attendant Andrew Hausman has vowed to return to that secret room in the cellar to see if he can find any more clues about the sounds that Hilda Schroeder had been hearing. But when he arrives, there are two surprises awaiting him. And in his office, Executive Director Irving Pennywise has a lot to think over. So, one of the residents, or perhaps one of the staff, here at Dark Sunset Manor called the police and told them that my father, Joseph Pennywise, was murdered. Who would have called and why? Was it my stepmother, Cindy Sue? Her friend, Chris? Front desk attendant, Andrew Hausman? Busybody, Hilda Schroeder? Insane asylum resident, Octavia Merriweather? Notorious nurse, Nellie Vauban? Or someone else? And Irving Pennywise is also thinking, my alter ego might come in handy. You may remember that there is a secret panel leading to a secret room in the cellar of Dark Sunset Manor. What you don't know is that there is a whole network of secret passageways and panels throughout all of Dark Sunset Manor. Most of the residents and most of the staff members know nothing about these secret passageways. One person who does know about them is Irving Pennywise. Shocking. What's not so shocking is that Irving Pennywise has hired an electrician to come to Dark Sunset Manor because fuses keep tripping. And as the electrician begins to investigate the situation, he discovers that there is a mysterious fuse box somewhere in the deep, dark recesses of Dark Sunset Manor. Equally shocking is he allows this electrician access to one of the secret passageways which permeate Dark Sunset Manor. And much later, that very same day, Irving Pennywise, in his disguise as a clown, heads down that very same secret passage, intent on accomplishing a very important mission. And meanwhile, front desk attendant Andrew Houseman has traversed this secret passage in the cellar, and he's in the secret room, shining his flashlight around that secret room, looking for that coffin, but it isn't there. And while Andrew Houseman doesn't find a coffin, he does hear someone coughing. Yes, there's someone lurking in the shadows. And the man, so far known only as Chris, makes his way to his Aunt Hilda Schroeder's room, and Hilda Schroeder listens intently as her nephew Chris tells about what happened earlier in Octavia Merriweather's residence. And Chris listens intently as his Aunt Hilda Schroeder tells about what happened with reporting noises in the cellar to Andrew Houseman. And they both listen intently as they hear what sounds like scraping noises behind the wall. And back in the cellar, front desk attendant Andrew Houseman hears coughing in the shadows. So he turns around very quickly, and from the shadows emerges a familiar figure. If you want to ensure that something terrifying doesn't pop out of one of your secret panels, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and click on the bell for notifications. And now, more of the dark side of Rob McCool. Chris, what are you doing down here? Ah, but front desk attendant Andrew Houseman, I am not Chris. I am his twin brother, Craig. And in the memory care section of Dark Sunset Manor, we find that there is still some conflict between Nurse Nellie Vauban and resident Octavia Merriweather until something happens to distract them. So, Ms. Merriweather, are you feeling better about what happened before? No. I still want to know why you were in Joseph Pennywise's room right before he died. Now, Ms. Merriweather, you know that that's not true. That was a picture of your niece and... Wait. Do you hear that noise? Noise? What noise? It's coming from behind that wall. And yes, that persistent sound behind the wall is being made by Irving Pennywise in his guise as a terrifying clown as he makes his way through the network of secret passageways at Dark Sunset Manor. And as he continues on his way, he encounters something in his path. He stops abruptly and is aghast to discover that it's a man's body.